Consciousness is so still, so silent, that it crosses the boundaries of what we have believed in as human laws, where movement is a part of a kind of source of a type of energy. Well, it's exactly the opposite. Consciousness is so still, it cannot abide its stillness. So it creates some sort of randomness, that random chaos, that unknowing, that unable to control. And when we as human beings are unable to control our mind, we are experiencing that consciousness in its moment of appearing from stillness, as if it's appearing from stillness. It's always still. Consciousness, everything, there's nothing taking place in a time and space way as we know it. We think this is time and space. We think there's things happening. We think there is past, there is future. We think there is a division. There are things, individual components. We think that there is different qualities, different measurements, different methods and practices, different systems and different gods. But it's only stillness. And if you to understand it, if you're a biologist or a scientist, you understand what's taking place in a human body. And the great Deepak Chopra will tell you that every single human body is replaced within over a year. You'll find bits of your body in the Eiffel Tower, and in a lake, in a cloud, in your car, all being replaced. Very random stuff, just trying to find something where it fits in. Because each atom and molecule that is made up of this body is just noise, it's vibration. It's not an energy. It's a frustration from consciousness to remain still. Consciousness does not want to cross that boundary of being anything but still and silent. But something within it says it cannot be this way and it cannot be that way. That can only be the way. And Christ speaks about the way. It's not a direction, it's being still. Meditation is about being still, being silent. To remove the Kundalini effects, to deny everything that actually we believe and hope and want to aspire and continue as moving entities, moving wonderful emotional bodies and creating relationships, creating experiences. But deep down inside, we don't want that. That's why deep sleep is so beautiful. We want to be in our depth whilst awake, you see? And in each one's body of billions and billions of atoms and molecules moving around, unstill, changing places, souls, thoughts, particles, pieces of dust, skin, enamel, bones, all scattered in this universe, but with a mind that slows everything down. Because the mind wants to slow everything down, because the mind is trying to help consciousness, its own consciousness, to become still. That is why your enlightenment, if you want to see God, you have to be completely non-participational with anything that moves. That means you cannot associate with your body, You cannot associate with an atom and a molecule. You cannot associate with a thought. That's why Ramana Maharshi's nati, nati, not this, not this, not this, removes all that noise, all that, if you want to call it energy, removes all that energy, that noise, to return to your original state of absolute, pristine, pure, omnipotent, omnipresent stillness. And in this stillness, it is silent. But the noise, the humans, we do well. We try and control and try and make something out of this noise. We try and make some sort of, normality, some sort of organization, some sort of way. But it's all breaking up. And everyone knows a moment in their life when everything seems to be going, it can happen in a daily event, and everything seems to be going the way you planned, and poof, it's broken up. Something happens, takes you away. The weather changes. You get a phone call. There's so much. Everything is random, you see. This body is made up with billions of souls. There's not a me, a personal me, an I, me, an individual me. There's not a Graham or a Popsy that remains here as the same all the time. That's why when you take an identification on, you take on a name, but that what you're made up of can be from all cultures, all history, all time, all ways. You're bringing a part of China into your Scottish body. You're bringing and removing, and randomly everything is a mess as far as the human mind is concerned. And that's why we see our world as a mess. We see no way out, because the way out is the way in, you see? The way in was when you were born as this pure stillness, this pure silence. And that's what we're seeking for. We're not seeking for a God or enlightenment. We are seeking for our natural state, our conscious natural state. And that state is in deep sleep. That state is stillness and silent. But with an ability to just not see movement, but to interact and be the movement, but not associate with what is moving. This body is moving in the wind, or the wind is moving outside the body. No, that's just noise. That's more noise. We're just trying to be here and as still and as silent and as pure as what we truly are.